The 2025 Big Zang Arts Awards concluded with thunderous applause and beaming smiles from the winners. But outside that glamorous hall, a silent earthquake rippled across social media. This wasn't just the usual fan versus critic debate, nor mere personal disappointment. It was a collective emotional backlash, an uprising of sentiment that questioned the very core of what the Big Zang should stand for. After IU and Park Bo-gum, the beating hearts of When Life Gives You Tangerines, walked away with nothing. When emotion is the core, but not rewarded. When Life Gives You Tangerines is not just another successful K-drama. It's a cinematic symphony where authenticity, melancholy, and gentleness rise and fall in harmony. Within this masterpiece, IU and Park Bo-gum didn't just play characters, they became them. IU portrayed Aesoon, a countryside girl with a deeply conflicted inner world. Audiences didn't just watch her character, they saw themselves. In every moment she wrestled with dreams and reality. IU didn't act her tears, she lived them. Her performance charted Aesoon's emotional journey from teenage rebellion to the quiet disillusionment of adulthood with painful accuracy. Her portrayal was praised for being raw, intimate, and layered, a masterclass in delivering complex emotional truth. Park Bo-gum, playing Yang Won-sik, offered a stark contrast, a gentle, devoted young man who stood silently by Aesoon's side. His performance lacked the usual dramatic monologues or grand gestures, and that's exactly what made it so powerful. Through subtle glances, measured gestures, and quiet presence, Park Bo-gum delivered a love that felt real and selfless. In an era when acting is increasingly driven by spectacle, he reminded viewers of the strength in restraint and sincerity. The triumph of Tangerines, half full or half empty? There's no denying When Life Gives You Tangerines emerged a big winner at Big Zang 2025. It claimed 4 trophies. Best Screenplay, Im Sang-choon. Best Drama. Best Supporting Actor, Choi Dae-hoon. Best Supporting Actress, Yoon Hae-ran. Yet, the absence of IU and Park Bo-gum from the winners list stirred widespread confusion and disappointment. How can the best performances of the year not be rewarded? Became a viral question across platforms like X, Twitter, The Coup, Naver, and YouTube. Without IU and Park Bo-gum, this drama wouldn't have had such a deep emotional impact, wrote one user. Prior to the awards, both fans and critics had confidently predicted at least one acting award for the duo, with IU even a frontrunner for the Daesung Grand Prize. So when their names weren't called, the shock felt not just personal, but artistic. When art meets calculation. Here lies the unspoken truth behind every major award show: politics, balance, and behind-the-scenes strategy. With many veteran actors returning and rising stars competing, it's possible that the Big Zang jury aimed to distribute awards more evenly across the industry. Such an approach might serve the broader system, but it neglects the essence of art, feeling. And feeling, what IU and Park Bo-gum gave so generously, was left on the cutting room floor. Fans are no longer just cheerleaders, they are curators of quality. Despite the heartbreak, IU's fandom reacted with grace and fairness. Across online forums, fans celebrated winners like Joo Ji-hoon and Kim Tae-ri, even while expressing quiet sorrow. I really thought IU would win the Daesung this year. She has transcended the idol-turned-actor label. It's like watching a football match where the MVP didn't make the all-star team. This composed response reflects a new reality. Fans today are not merely loyal supporters, but informed, critical consumers of content. Their voices are nuanced, analytical, and they deserve to be heard as part of the cultural discourse. Where does Big Zang go from here, if it leaves emotion behind? Awards shows should celebrate achievement, but they also set industry standards, signal cultural values, and, most importantly, reflect what moved audiences. When raw emotion and genuine artistry go unrewarded, the ceremony sends a troubling message, that subtlety and sincerity are secondary to spectacle and strategy. In the past, Big Zang has been courageous in spotlighting groundbreaking talents, like awarding Young Ho-yeon for Squid Game or Lee Young-jae for Chief of Staff. But this year, its conservative choices raise a question: has the institution become afraid of the emotional waves IU and Park Bo-gum stirred? Final thoughts. The exclusion of IU and Park Bo-gum from the winners list doesn't diminish their performances, it diminishes the completeness of Big Zang 2025. In a world where awards are no longer the ultimate measure of impact, perhaps what matters most is how deeply an artist leaves a mark on the audience's heart. And by that measure, IU and Park Bo-gum have already won in the most profound way. Without a trophy, they became legends.